welcome. I'm here today to talk about steaks. So oddly enough, I actually don't even, come on. There we go. I actually don't even eat meat, but my family does. Matter of fact, one of my sons is like a Metasaurus Rex. And if he had a choice, he'd probably only eat meat. I have to cook meat for my family. It doesn't weird me out or anything like that. I'm happy to feed them. I just don't want to eat it myself. And just so you guys know what's happening with my hair, I'll be curling all my hair in the same direction, going this way. So back to steaks. Steak night, it is like, I'm sure in anybody's house, like a special dinner night. And I just love seeing them enjoy their steaks. So I do steaks a little different than I think most people do. I do the reverse sear method. The way it works is it's so easy. It's honestly literally like the easiest to make. To me, making steaks is like super easy and you don't have to do anything practically. It just does it all for you. The way I do them is like this. You'll need a rotisserie pan or something that has kind of the grid on it. Honestly, you could even use a pan and a cookie wire thing that you could bake with, whatever those are called. Listen, I'm not a chef. I just make food for my family and they love it and it's delicious. So I'm just giving you my advice for the everyday people that cook. And you can use some of my tricks and tips and techniques. All I did was be a mom. And that's what made me start cooking as much as I do and baking and stuff like that. So I honestly, just like any mom that has to make food for her family, that's how I learned, but I also learned to actually love it. I enjoy the art of it and it makes me feel good to see people enjoy the food that I make for them. To me, it's a treat for me as well. So the reverse sear method is super easy. And you can pretty much do this with any steak. Sometimes I'll even buy like cheaper steaks and then I'll marinate them in some teriyaki and then do it that way with cheap steaks. And for these steaks that I did, they were a little bit thicker, nicer steaks. All I really had to do was use salt and pepper. You put them on the rack, in the pan, and then you just do a generous amount of salt and pepper. As you can see, I had my daughter helping out. Ooh, work out. Wow, you're gonna be ripped, Abby.
I'm finding different techniques like this.
In the meantime, I already preheated my oven to 240 degrees, a really low temperature. So the way it works is you put them in there on a super low temperature for 40 minutes. And now you stick it in the oven. And in the meantime, I prepare all the other food I'm making, like mashed potatoes, cucumber, salad. Saute some mushrooms with some onions. While the steaks are in the oven. Once it's been 30 minutes, I preheat a skillet. I have a cast iron skillet, but you can actually use any pan you have. I also have like a weight that I can use. You don't need that. I did it for years without it. It's just a fancy thing I got more recently. But if you have one of those, you can use it too. It should be like hot, but not freaking hot. Take out the steaks. Once they're out, they look kind of weird, so don't be afraid and don't be alarmed. And they always look like they're already overcooked, but they are not, I assure you. They're going to be amazing. They're going to be soft and they're going to be delicious. I know, coming from a person that doesn't eat meat, you might not trust me, but believe me, I can tell by the way they look and by the way they feel. They're so soft. I mean, it's like insane. Do about 2 at a time and put some oil in the pan. I forgot to mention that, but yeah. Put them on your pan and sizzle them up. I do about 3 minutes altogether, so about 1.5 minutes on each side, and that comes out to be like medium rare. So if you want like medium, I would do probably about 2 minutes on each side. And anything after that, apparently the word on the street is, it's not cool, man. I don't think you're supposed to be doing that. Apparently people are gonna unfriend you, so you better not tell anybody if you're doing more than that. I personally don't even eat it, so they probably wouldn't talk to me regardless. After you do each set, I always put them right back on that rack that I made them in the first place. I let them sit there while I get the mashed potatoes ready and do whatever finishing touches on the dinner. I let kind of like any juices drip out of them, because otherwise they'll sit on the plate in those juices, which, you know, doesn't look as good plated. Once the steaks are all browned up and ready to go, get all your stuff on the plates and feed your dang family. Or have a romantic dinner. Or eat alone and watch Netflix. But most of all, enjoy. If your steak's really thick, you may have to do a little longer. Let me know what you guys think. Check it out, try it. I've really started reverse searing steaks since I started making steaks. I just know that when I make them, they're like absolutely perfect. They're definitely cooked evenly all the way through on the inside. I think rising the temperature of the inside before you sear them and they sizzle up real nice, I'm not sure. I would love to hear your guys's opinions. Tell me what you think. Let me know if you try it. I eat mushrooms while they eat steaks. A couple of my kids hate mushrooms, so it balances out. Nobody's perfect. Or are they? Anyway, so I curled all these bad boys in the same direction, and you gotta let them cool off. Cool. I'm using a 1.5 inch barrel iron. And then once they're cooled, you just pull these bad boys out. And the heat spray I use is Kenra hot spray, the number 20. Firm hold heat. I love this stuff. It's amazing. And then, yeah, just pull them all out. And then you could brush them out. Dropping stuff. My hair is not super thick, so this would be a lot more brushing out for somebody that has thick hair. This is like an easy, quick version. It's a bit of a vintagey-esque look, especially usually my bangs are more of a Betty bang, so they make the look vintage. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys are enjoying this food and beauty series. I will be doing more of it. I'll do savory and sweet, and I'll mix in hair and makeup while I talk about the different foods I make. Write comments below on things you'd love to see me do, because I love suggestions. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you like this video. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. I have so many videos in the works, so expect a lot more coming quick and soon. Bye guys!